All that was a
G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to the 6th episode of my Fulham Career Mode series for FIFA 16. We kick off today's episode with a matchup away from home in the Capital One Cup. We are taking on MK Dons away from home. Hopefully we do get the victory and move on into the next stage of the knockout competition. As you guys would know from my previous career modes, if you did watch them, I don't really give a stuff about these cup competitions. I care about the FA Cup more than the Capital One Cup, but really the main focus is the championship. We want to get promoted, and I would rather get knocked out first round and win the freaking championship than go on an amazing cup run and only finish mid-table. That's just how I feel. But anyways, MK Dons kick things off here. Bettinelli making a fantastic save in the second minute. And then we get our first attempt of the game. Smith on the ball, playing a lovely through ball to Mattia. A lovely bounce for the centre midfielder. And we have the 1-0 lead against MK Dons. As we push on, however, we are in the 37th minute. Baker into Randell. It gets whipped away from Hindman. Hindman gets intercepted from Potter. Great challenge there. Potter out to Church. Church to Reeves. Reeves hits it and just misses to the left-hand side. Moving on into the second half, Reeves on the ball once again, playing it out wide to Baker. Baker running up the line, crossing it into Church. Church's header goes straight at Bettinelli, and we continue to play on. 10 minutes after that, Smith on the ball, looking to make it 2-0. He gets taken down in the box. Referee points to the penalty spot, and we now have an opportunity. Woodrow makes it 2-0. At the moment, we are heading into the next round of the Capital One Cup. Fantastic finish there from Woodrow. Lads, just quickly, you're going to notice that this video length is only about 8 minutes or so, 7.5 minutes, and I want your opinion. Should I be making these videos 3 games an episode, so they're only about 7.5, 8 minutes long, or, as we score our third goal there, should I be playing 4 games an episode, making them 10 minutes or so long? Let me know. I'm cool with it whatever way. But lads, we move on into the next round of the Capital One Cup, a convincing 3-0 win away from home against MK Dons. And then we need to turn our attention here back to the championship. Our next opponent is Rotherham United, and that means that Ben Pringle coming up against his former side, I do believe, except he is on the bench. This is the lineup we are rocking. Ross McCormack, Iheanacho sitting at the top of the strikers. Then Rotherham United, I don't really know too many of their players. As we push on, however, this is the lineup that they are rocking with. We move into the highlights now as Rotherham kick things off. Newell on the ball 7 minutes into the game at Craven Cottage. He whips it in. It gets cleared away from Stearman. A terrible clearance from O'Hara ends up at D Ward. Maguire taken down, and the referee points to the penalty spot 9 minutes into this game. Don't really know if that was deserving of a penalty or not, but now we have the task of trying to save it. He takes it. What a save there! Andy Lonergan making a penalty save and keeping it at a 0-0 scoreline. That is a fantastic piece of reading there from our goalkeeper. We push on, however. Smallwood unlucky not to get the header into the back of the net then. And then 34 minutes into it, Smallwood to Ojeda Afo. Never heard of that bloke's name before, but he passes the Smallwood to Andreu. Andreu on the ball, taking the strike. Lonergan is able to make the save. He is having a fantastic game at the moment, and it's been all Rotherham right now. At this stage, 50 minutes into it, Andreu on the ball once again. He is determined to score a long shot goal, but Lonergan is determined to keep him out. Another fantastic save there from the former Bolton keeper. But with about 20 minutes remaining, we get our first real attack of the game. Iheanacho running past Wood. He's running into the center of the box, takes the strike, but he hits it straight at camp. And unfortunately, fellas, we get a 0-0 draw at Craven Cottage against Rotherham United, a team that we probably should be putting to the sword if we are looking to get promoted, but it's only going to be a small hiccup, we hope. As we move into training once again, we see that Iheanacho gets a B, C for Kacaniklic, B for Cook, F for freaking Stearman, and a C that I think that was for Richards. And bad news, James Husband has moved back to Middlesbrough. His loan, his short season loan has expired, so I'm just going to leave that for the minute as we have a lot of left back options. The final matchup of today's episode, however, is away from home. Andy Lonergan coming to face his former side in Bolton, who did pick up Ben Amos in real life from Manchester United. They have, I think, is that Wellington Silva on the left-hand side? If so, that's an impressive loan pickup from Arsenal. But this is our lineup. Pretty strong lineup, Ross McCormack and Iheanacho. I think it's basically the same lineup as we did have in the last matchup. But as we push on here, we get the first attack. Iheanacho seeing a great run there from Ross McCormack. Ross McCormack in acres of space, one-on-one with the keeper, but that is a shocking shot there from freaking Ross McCormack. Really expect him to be putting that one into the back of the net, but he's going to get another opportunity here. Instead, he offloads it to Parker. Great run from Iheanacho, and the Nigerian denied once again from Ben Amos. A very good save there from the former Man United keeper. Bolton getting their first real attack of the game, however, as Wilson nods it on. Very good ball. Crosses it in, and Davies, that was a great play from Bolton. Unfortunately for Bolton, they smash it off the crossbar. Lads, look at that. The return of the king, Emil Heskey, back for FIFA 16. We're going to have to watch out. We're going to have to protect our anuses and make sure that his fantastic footballing skills don't rape us. Fun fact, as we go and score a goal here, I actually have met Heskey when he was playing for the Newcastle Jets in Australia. I did go to one of their games, and we at the end of the game, me and my mates were all calling out Heskey, calling him out. He waved to us, we made him come over, we shook his hand, and it was such a fantastic moment. From that moment, I felt blessed. But 65 minutes into this game, Iheanacho to Canny. Canny's going to cut around, looking for some space as we go to take the 2-0 lead. He takes the strike, another fantastic save from Ben Amos, and then late on in the game, about 13 minutes, Bolton looking for a go-ahead or tying goal. We do steal possession from them as we hit them on the counter-attack. Iheanacho on the ball running. He's going to pass it across to Ross McCormack, who slots it in the back of the net, and we secure a well-deserved 3 points. A 2-0 victory away from home against Bolton. We absolutely dominated them in this matchup. Heskey, not a factor, which is definitely surprising, but we are absolutely killing it in the championship right now. Very, very happy with that. As we wrap up today's episode of the Fulham Career Mode series, we will leave you with a squad report as it is the start of a new month. Make sure that you do pause the screen and check out an individual's stats if you would like. But if you enjoyed today's episode number 6 of the Fulham Career Mode series, please leave a like on the video. It really helps me out. Make sure that you do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links, as per usual, will be in the description. But most importantly, fellas, it's been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.